Good morning, and welcome to Dr. K's Thoughts for the Day. Went to Buffalo Wild Wings last night. Second week in a row I went there on a Wednesday. Next week, get to eat for free. So they gave me a $10 gift certificate. Because I placed third in their karaoke contest. Remember that song, Hickey, Hickey, Hickey? Brings down the house every place I go, except for Vallarta's Mexican restaurant in Foley, but that's another story. Last week when I went there, one of the waiters went home and told one of the waitresses that didn't work that night about this stuff I was doing and how awesome it was. And that waitress worked last night, and turns out she'd seen me do my stand-up routine at the Blind Mule, Mosquitoville. The Blind Mule. Somebody asked me that one time. What is a blind mule? I said, I think it's a condition you get from jackassing off too much. Anyway, so I'm having some fun in the Mobile clubs now. A couple weeks ago I went to a place called the Crooked Martini. I don't know how you would get a crooked martini. I guess it would be served by a blind mule. I don't know. Crooked Martini has a bartender named Jay Hassel. Lives in Mobile. He has a brother who also lives in Mobile named Steve Hassel. They're both in their 20s. And they both have a half-brother that's about 20 years older than they are, named Clay Hassel, who's from Oklahoma. He lives in Mississippi now, but he's from Oklahoma. He went to high school with me, small world, in Oklahoma, and he's got two half-brothers living in Mobile, just across the bay from me. Those of you on Facebook are probably, some of my Oklahoma Facebook friends are sickeningly familiar with Clay Hassel because he and Michelle Hall Shelton post those lovey-dovey notes to each other just every other day on Facebook. But Clay Hassel, unlike other men, when he is seeing a woman, he knows that, hey, she's going to be a hassle as soon as she ties the knot. Okay, when you're through groaning at that pun, I'll move on. Clay Hassel. That's why a lot of artists don't want to get into pottery. They don't want to deal with the clay hassle. Okay, you through moaning at that? Are you finished throwing debris at the computer screen? Okay. Speaking of pottery, I used to go to the Passion Play every year. For about 3 years in a row, I took my vacations at the Passion Play in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And one year they had a guy named Joe Smith do a pottery demonstration before the show. And Joe Smith was one of the guys that plays Jesus in the Passion Play. Less than a year later, after I graduated at University of Central Oklahoma, I had a job interview in the Ozarks in Rogers, Arkansas, so we stayed at a hotel in Eureka Springs, and Joe Smith was running the hotel. There he was in the lobby at the front desk. Even though it was off-season, he still had the long hair and the long beard. I guess he's a Harry Potter of a different spelling. Now, you're going to damage your computer screen if you keep throwing debris like that, okay? I just think a hotel like that has got to have a huge no vacancy sign. Yes, because you don't want to come off the road after a long trip and have that guy tell you that there's no room at the inn. And as Robin Walker Hart would say, thank you for watching these punigans on Dr. K's Thoughts for the Day.